I would like to introduce and bring up the CEO of the PGA of America, Seth Waugh, and the president of the West Palm Golf Community Trust.
It's hard to run in this sand, but first of all, thank you everybody for coming here, coming today. It's great to be with everybody. Sorry, is that better? Great to be with everybody. You know, this is an exciting day. Last spring we had our groundbreaking for the golf course, which is obviously, you know, the sort of raison d'etre, the waterfront property that we're, you know, sort of building out, oceanfront property that we're building out there. But this is just every bit as exciting from my perspective, because this is going to be the center of the community, right? Like, this is a place where we hope there's people getting married, and that there's Friday night dinners, and that there's kids playing on the putting green and parents having a drink or a bite to eat. This can be a clubhouse not just for golf, but for West Palm Beach. And the whole idea that we've had from the beginning of this is that this is, you know, this is the people's land, right? And what best use can we put it to make sure that it's that 190 acres or so is used to the best of everybody's ability. And the clubhouse is going to be the center of that activity. And just as importantly, we're going to have the South Florida PGA headquarters to the right here. We've got the president, Don Meadows, as well as the CEO of South Florida PGA. They've taken faith in this project from the beginning to move their headquarters here, and they're going to be the eyes and ears. They're going to make sure this thing lasts for another 100 years and runs every program and changes the lives that we're all hoping for it to change. So thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Don, for your faith in us and being here today. I'm going to get out of the way and let the mayor talk in a second, but I just want to say a few thank yous for people. This has been an incredible project from the beginning. We put together an interesting group of folks that had a passion about it, that have come together and not only, you know, volunteer their time, but also their means to do this. Number one MVP is Tom Frankel right there, who I woke up in the middle of the night and I said it would be really nice to have a Tommy Frankel around this deal, because he's a local developer and he can kind of make sure the vertical actually gets built. Little did I know that he would take over the entire project and run it, and he's run it such a you know, an incredible way. We got going, I think, 6 months to a year faster than we would have with anybody else, you know, doing this. He's dedicated unbelievable amounts of time and resources. He's got two of his colleagues that are also working with us. And I really honestly don't know what we would have done without you, Tommy. So thank you so much. And we're not only on time, but maybe even ahead of schedule. We hope we don't have supply chain issues so that we can really open this building, you know, more or less a year from now and get this party started. So want to thank Tommy. We've got a couple other folks in the back, Dan Baker, who's works with, and Charles Gil Hanse, who worked with me at the PGA. Done incredible work around this to keep everything going. Some folks that aren't here: Dirk Ziff, Gil Hanse, Dan Stanton, to name a few. We've also got Davis Cessna, who's going to run really the hospitality side of things. So once this thing gets going, he's going to be hugely important to what we're doing. Eric Walden, I think, is here somewhere, who's working with Chris Williams on the programming side of things. So an incredible group. We have over 100 people that have donated to this. We're up over $45 million, and money continues to come in because people are just hearing about it and are so excited about it, and what can happen here. It's also become a model for the country. I've been asked to speak at a bunch of different things about what's happening here. People are trying to understand the magic. So it's not just what we're doing in West Palm, but from a PGA's perspective, what we can do kind of for the world. And I'm a believer that golf can be the biggest engine of good on the planet, and in terms of charitable giving, you know, relationships, lessons learned, et cetera, all those things. And by the way, the programs that we're going to run aren't just, you know, obviously we'll have all the golf programs that you can think of, but we're also going to have other programs, whether that be STEM or art classes or cooking classes or whatever it is that the public actually demands. Again, it's 190 acres of public land. We want to use it as close to 24/7 as we possibly can. And so that's really the vision of what this is all about. We've also had great partners. Harvey was here before. I don't know if he had to take off from Stutz, who's been our great legal counsel. All his colleagues have been great. Keith Spina from Spina O'Rourke, work, unbelievable partner to get things done. We've make sure I don't forget anybody here, but we've had our chief engineer from Flynn and Associates, and of course our owner rep at Zabik and Associations as well, all of whom are local and have guided us through this whole thing. So thank you to you all. Couldn't have done it without you, and appreciate you not charging us full fees. The last thing, and most important thing I want to do is thank the city. We were talking about it before. This thing does not happen without a great partner, and the trust that Keith and the friendship that we've now built, but the trust that he showed in me when I knocked on his door and said I have this kind of crazy idea. And he kind of gave us 60 days to go out and figure out whether it actually made sense. Then he gave us 18 months to actually pull it off, and we were able to do that, faster than any of us kind of imagined. But it really started with trust, and it started with his willingness to break eggs if you need to make an omelet, his willingness to, if we ran into an impasse, to make it go away. And when I see the other projects around the country, the biggest impediment is not having a Keith James in their seat and not getting things done. And his chief, person on this has been Armando, who I know is here, who's been unbelievable. He and Tommy have partnered up, and we just have been able to solve everything, with a phone call. It's kind of that good old-fashioned, old-school handshake of getting things done. We're gonna get this done, and they've been able to do that. So it's wonderful to be with everybody today. This is an exciting day in terms of what the future is going to hold, and we can't wait to have have a slider in our hand and a nice cold cocktail a year from now, celebrating this thing for real. But with that, I'll introduce the mayor, my friend Keith James, and it's an election year, so don't forget to be generous.
Thank you, Seth. Wow, what a beautiful day. It's a Chamber of Commerce day here in South Florida. This is why we put up with the summers. But this is my first time being here since the groundbreaking, and I am just amazed, quite frankly. And I've never seen a golf course being built. So I see a lot of dirt and stuff, but I get excited because I talked to Seth, and Seth obviously has seen a lot of these projects, and Seth says words like, this will be a bucket list course, and this is going to be special, and so that gets me excited. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is truly a special occasion. As Seth alluded to, we're here for the groundbreaking for the clubhouse for the course, and the clubhouse will probably have its own unique character and place in our city. Seth alluded to it a lot, but the old clubhouse, and one of the biggest objections that we received when we shut down the course and when we had to take down the clubhouse was from the families, the parents who would come here on Friday evenings with their kids just to play around. It was really a community gathering place. And so what we are seeing here, we're going to be breaking ground on the new community gathering place. For not only the South End, but for the city. But before I go any further, I'm sure you all have heard the saying, happy wife, happy life. Well, there's a saying when you're a mayor that you got to keep your commissioners happy if you want to stay in office. So we do have the district commissioner here, Christina Lambert. Hold up your hand. And just yesterday, she was reelected without opposition. Now that deserves even more applause. So congratulations, Christina. I know you have been watching this project very closely. It's been very important to you. And so I'm happy that we are getting to the point where that vision, Seth's vision and others, is going to become reality. So congratulations. I do also want to thank Armando. When this project first came about, I designated him as my quarterback for it, and he has done a tremendous job working with Tommy. I was thinking on the way over here, and I confirmed it with Seth. It's been, next month it'll be about 2 years since Seth and I first sat down in the conference room in City Hall, and he introduced, he calls it a harebrained idea. To me, it was like an angel from heaven coming, saying, I'll raise you the money to build your golf course. So we had a conversation. Seth's memory is a little bit fuzzy. He asked for 18 months. I gave him 15. I know he's a Wall Street guy, so I knew I had to negotiate with him. But in any event, thank you, Seth, for not only for your vision, but for the execution of the vision. It's the sun in my eyes that kind of gets me teared up here. And so through our friendship, through our conversations, we're now making something very, very unique happen in our city. And, just thank you for your leadership in that position. When you get people together who are passionate about the game and who are passionate about community, special things can happen. And I am convinced that this will be a very special golf course, but it's going to be more than a golf course. The programming that will happen here for our young people, for veterans, for juniors, introducing them to the game, but also introducing them to life skills through the clubhouse, through the programming that I know Chris Williams and others are working on. This is going to have such a unique position in the history of our city, and it's consistent with my vision. You all have heard me say it for the city of West Palm Beach, to make it a community of opportunity for all. There will be so many young people who will walk through or walk around this land, who will walk on this land, who will be inspired to do bigger and better things. So let's shovel some dirt and have a groundbreaking. Thank you all very much.
3, 2, 1.